Hello, welcome to our show, Quality Education. Our show is based on how education changes lives. We also talk about how quality education is important in one student's life. So, on our show today, we have Mr. Venkat Ikkurthy, who is a data scientist and an IT professional and also an educationist. On our show today, we also have a special guest, Mr. E.Srinivasa Reddy, who is Dean of Acharya Nagarjuna University Engineering College. Firstly, let us both welcome the guests on our show. Hello, Mr. Venkat Garu, and hello, Mr. Srinivas Garu. I hope you both are doing well.
Yep. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Srinivas Garu. I hope you're doing well too.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Srinivas Garu and Venkat Garu, today we thought of discussing on how quality education is important in one's life. And also, US వెళ్ళే students ఎలాంటి జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలి, and especially in the field of engineering. ఎలాంటి జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవాలి అనేది ఈరోజు మన షో టాపిక్. So, firstly, let us talk to our guest today. Hello, Srinivas Garu. What are your views on good education? Good education in your words, ఏంటి, Mr. Srinivas Garu?
Especially when coming to the engineering education, there is a lot of difference between the engineering education in India and also abroad. At present, there are 4,000 odd engineering colleges in India, and almost all every year 16 lakh students are coming out every year from India, passing out in various different B.Tech programs. And unfortunately, only 80% of the students are employed. For 15% students are employed, and remaining 85% of the students are remaining without any employment. So when you see the reason behind the situation, it is very pathetic situation. The main reason is the quality of education what we are giving in India is very weak. A few institutions like IITs, some of the NITs and some of the private universities only are providing the high quality education on par with the abroad universities. Whereas remaining institutions, they are simply awarding a degree. That's all. So students are walking out with a useless paper degree. That's all. So it is not able to fetch any job, or a student is unable to get an employment. The main reason is, first one is the managements and the private institutions which are running only on the just business mode. They are not providing any proper infrastructure. They are not providing any qualified faculty. Almost all maximum qualified faculty who are working in these private organizations, very, very low quality. So that the main reason is the salary payment. These private institutions are not paying the salaries on par with the standards. So whenever there is no salary, definitely only substandard faculty are available. So whenever there are substandard faculty, automatically the quality of education is also reduced. And second one is the root cause of this one is the intermediate education in India, 10th class and SSC and intermediate education in India. These two, SSC and intermediate education, has been totally spoiled in India. This is only rote learning. Just there are no practicals, there is no laboratories at all. Just mugging, just for three subjects, math, physics, chemistry, The student who only knows how to get the marks or how to get the ranks, he is not unaware about the practice, he don't know the practicals, and he is also not interested to the practice. So such a student, when he enters into the engineering program, he is unable to cope up with the practicals or the any subjects. We don't know mathematics foundations, we don't know physics foundations. So without proper mathematical foundation and without proper physics foundation, so when he enters into the engineering course, he is unable to cope up with the subjects. So many people, so many students are dropping out from the course from the secondary onwards due to the. It is not hard of the subject. They just know it is only the students are lack of knowledge. They are unable to cope up with the subjects, and they are leaving out of the course. So this is the main root cause. First of all, to improve the quality of education in engineering education in India, we must change the quality of education, intermediate and class. Recently, I think some of you know, In Andhra Pradesh, results has came, 10th class results has came. It is only up to 67%. So previously from last 10 years onwards, the results was 95%. So how it is possible? 95% result is possible. So parents also, they are in illusion that the students are very meritorious. So we are getting 95%. But among these students, only few people are getting admissions into primary institutions like IITs and NITs. Remaining students are unable to get, at least they are unable to pass the MSET. A student acquiring 900 marks or 900 plus marks in intermediate, he is getting 1 lakh rank in the a simple MSET. He is unable to qualify in the JEE main. He is unable to qualify in the JEE advanced. Even in the MSET also, he is acquiring a rank of around 1 lakh. So what is the problem? The parents are not understanding this problem. A student getting 900 marks in intermediate, why he is getting 1 lakh rank in English? So just simply they are deceiving themselves. They are walking to the engineering colleges. So unfortunately, our ward is unable to write the exam. So they are paying some donation or some other backdoor. They are joining their wards into the engineering college. So these wards who does not have knowledge and does not have any proper practical approach, practical environment. They are joining engineering and they are unable to cope up with the subject and they are unable to get the knowledge and the remaining unemployed. This is the main root cause. So first of all, to improve the quality of education in engineering, especially in engineering, we must change the mode. The rote learning must remove the rote learning, must avoid the rote learning in intermediate and class stage. We must start conceptual learning. Then only the quality of engineering education increases. And second one is, as I said previously, the quality of teachers who are teaching these engineering subjects is very, very low. The substandard teachers are coming. I am not blaming the teachers. I am blaming the management. These managements are not paying a proper, a decent salary. They are very, you can't believe that they are paying just 8,000 to 10,000 rupees for an M.Tech graduate who is coming for a teaching profession. So even a rickshaw puller today is getting 15,000 rupees per month. So for an M.Tech graduate, if the private management colleges are paying 8,000 to 10,000, so how far he will concentrate on this profession, I don't know. So that's why substandard teachers are coming. They don't know. They don't have any practical exposure. They don't have any knowledge also. Simply they pour the whatever the words or whatever the letters in the textbook on the minds of the students. That's not. That's why the quality is very very low. And also the infrastructure. Most of the colleges does not have any suitable laboratories, premier laboratories. So students are unable to do the practicals also. This is another issue. And another issue is the students also, the attitude of the students also completely changed. They are simply seeing if we pass something, just if we pass and if we get a degree certificate, then it's sufficient. But today it is differently, the entire scenario is different. In this internet age, totally the student who have complete knowledge about the current technology and industrial, what is happening in the industry, he can only get the employment. So unfortunately, the awareness of the students is very, very low. They are not at all interested to cope up the current subjects and they are not interested to learn the current. Only few people, the students who are able to learn the current technology, who are able to know the current, they are getting definitely jobs. So these are the
Yes.
some of the reasons to deteriorate the
Yes.
quality of the.
Yes, Srinivas Garu. Srinivas Garu, another question that I have for you is a lot of students, their attitude is very different now. Now that not just like how you said, they're just like, oh my God, main paas ite chalu. All of this. What are some tips and what are some attitude changes that the students must get into themselves now that you are a dean and you've been dealing with students since so many years now? So what is something that you want to tell to the students, and also what should a student plans and attitudes be once they are done engineering? And also, Mr. Srinivasa, can you be a little louder, please? Thank you.
It is, the main problem is the evaluation process in the Indian education system. The total evaluation process in the USA or UK is different from the Indian education. An integrated approach or continuous evaluation will be done in the US university, whereas here just only end examinations are taken into account and the evaluation is done. That's why student is also not at all caring, just they are getting the marks. These teachers also simply, if we just ink some 10 papers or 20 pages, simply is getting the marks. That's why they are very reluctant to learn, they are very reluctant to get the current technology. So just if we change the evaluation system, total integrated approach and the continuous evaluation, then definitely the attitude of the students also change. So to make this evaluation system into a new approach, a lot of exercise must be done. And also another approach is, until today, these students have only have bookish knowledge. They don't have any practical exposure to industry. These many institutions in India, engineering institutes, they do not have any tie-up with the industry. That is another drawback. Simply they are starting the colleges, especially in rural India, many colleges are. These colleges does not have any partnership with industry. Just simply, we were very surprised. Some of the colleges does not, students will not attend the classes also. Simply they join and the attendance and everything, examinations, everything was sold out. That's why students even they don't know what is happening in the college, what is the curriculum, what is the syllabus. Simply at the end of the year, they are attending some useless examination. They are inking the paper and they are getting the degree. So to change the attitude of the student, we must change the total evaluation system also. If a complete evaluation system, continuous evaluation is done, day-to-day evaluation is done, like in USA, giving assignments and due to a day-to-day practical exposure, what is the practical then some change will be there. And also the major problem is the attitude of the students is today is that every student is completely involving in this cell phone chatting, social media, Facebook, and this is also playing
Yeah.
a vital.
Mr. Srinivas Garu, we were also talking about what are some engineering options that students should keep in their mind, and especially a lot of students want to come to USA. USA is their top priority, to do their masters or even do their jobs. So engineering field, what are some options that as a senior like you want to suggest to the students out there?
Actually, engineering, every stream is we can compare the particular stream is good, this particular stream is bad. Every stream is good, and everybody can go to USA. The only problem is the most of the students when coming to the USA, they are suffering a lot with the change in the education system. As I told, simply they are getting degrees here without any proper knowledge, without any proper hardware. Simply they are getting degrees. Then whenever they step into the US university, the complete system of education is different in the US. In India, in education system, a lot of time is spent over only just teaching. We have 6 subjects per semester and 3 labs, and totally practicals are neglected. Completely teaching only. So the mind of the student revolves around this teaching process. Whereas coming to the US university, number of subjects are very less. Per semester there will be 2 or 3 subjects only. But total concentration is on the practical approach and also how to apply this knowledge to the society or to the practical application. And the assignments and everything is practical and it is very difficult. It is not difficult actually. Actually, they are very easy. But when a student having the knowledge from there, it is very easy. But these students who lack of fundamentals, who lack of basics, and they don't learn anything, simply getting the degrees, and when they step into the US university, they are suffering a lot. You don't remember, you don't believe. Some of the students are asking me and our faculty also, sir, can you solve some assignments? It is very difficult. We will send to you. Please solve them. I have solved for many students. So this is the way of suffering for the students. But meritorious, some of the, I am not blaming everybody. Some students who are meritorious, who are from IITs and NITs, they are very intelligent and they are doing very well in the foreign universities. But most of the students who are coming from the private colleges, rural background, without any proper knowledge and without proper exposure to the engineering subjects, they are suffering a lot. Anyhow, after 1 year, they are slowly mingling with others and slowly getting support from the colleagues, and they are anyhow they are completing their degrees also. This is the major problem what is happening. So I suggest all the students who are going to USA, whatever the degree, whatever the branch you are studying, you prepare completely, you concentrate on the basics, you get a basic knowledge, and you must have thorough knowledge. Then only it is very easy to complete your master's degree in the foreign. It is not
Yes.
at all a problem of branch. Every branch is good and
Yes.
every branch has many chances in the throughout the world.
Yes. Mr. Venkat Garu, what are your thoughts on this? And I wanted to get back to you about, your suggestions for the students, especially who are coming to USA to do their masters. Any suggestions from you, Venkat Garu?
First, let me thank Professor Srinivasa Reddy. He is a good friend of mine. He is with the university professor and dean and principal also. See, తను చాలా చాలా పాయింట్స్ టచ్ చేశారు. అంటే నిజాలు మాట్లాడేశారు. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ మనకి కేవలం దాదాపుగా 15 లక్షల మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ వస్తున్నారు. నాస్కామ్ రిపోర్ట్ ప్రకారం ఎంతమందికి ఎంప్లాయబిలిటీ స్కిల్స్ ఉన్నది అనేటువంటిది మనకి తెలుసు. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఆయన నెంబర్స్ కూడా కోట్ చేశారు ఇక్కడ. ది రీజన్ 2008 or 2009 లో మేము యూనివర్సిటీలో సెమినార్ కండక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు హరగోపాల్ రెడ్డి గారు వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ మాట చెప్పారు, 10 to 15% ఆఫ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఈజ్ ఎంప్లాయబుల్ ఇన్ ఇండియా అని చెప్పారు. వెంటనే నేను చెప్పాను, సార్ ఎక్కడ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది అంటే, ఇవాళ మన శ్రీనివాస్ రెడ్డి గారు చెప్పింది అది ప్రాబ్లం ఎక్కడ ఉంది అంటే మనలో ఉంది. మనలో అంటే ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టమ్ లో ఉంది. యు ఆర్ గివింగ్ 200 marks as your question paper, 50% of syllabus is enough to get qualifying the degree. I mean 100 marks వస్తాయి, qualifying is 35 or 40, 20% of syllabus is enough to get qualifying the degree. Then how can you get your quality? కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఎవాల్యూషన్ సిస్టమ్ అనేటువంటిది మారాలి. ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఇస్. రెండవది ఏంటంటే స్టూడెంట్ యొక్క యాటిట్యూడ్, దట్స్ అ వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. రెండవది ఏంటంటే తను చెప్పింది చాలా కరెక్ట్. ఇవాళ లాస్ట్ 10 years నుంచి 95% ఇంటర్మీడియట్ పాస్ వల్ల ఎంతమంది వచ్చేసారో ఇవాళ మేము ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నాం. యుఎస్ లో ఉండి లైక్ ఉద్యోగం కోసం వాళ్ళు ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేస్తుంటే వాళ్ళకి ఏమీ తెలియని పరిస్థితి వచ్చేసింది. కనీసం ఇప్పుడున్నా సరే ఏంటంటే ఈ 60-65 ఆర్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ దట్ క్వాలిటీ పీపుల్ పాస్ అయ్యారు అనుకోండి, డెఫినెట్ గా అక్కడ నుంచి 2 to 3 years లో సిస్టమ్ మారే అవకాశం కనపడుతుంది. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళు 65% క్వాలిఫైయింగ్ రేట్ ఇన్ 10th class, ప్రాబబ్లీ దట్ గోస్ టు ఇంటర్మీడియట్ అనదర్ 2 years. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ కొంచెం క్వాలిటీ ఉన్నటువంటి పిల్లలు ఇంజనీరింగ్ లోకి వస్తారు. ఒక 4-5 years లో ఈ సిస్టమ్ ని మనము ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. మీరు ఎవరైనా అవకాశం ఉంటే ఏంటంటే ప్రిటోరియా వెళ్ళండి, సౌత్ ఆఫ్రికాకి వెళ్ళేసేసి అక్కడ యూనివర్సిటీ ముందు ఒక పెద్ద బోర్డు ఉంటుంది. ఆ బోర్డు ఏంటంటే, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు డిస్ట్రాయ్ ఎ కంట్రీ, వీ డోంట్ నీడ్ హైడ్రోజన్ బాంబ్స్ అండ్ ఆటమ్ బాంబ్స్ అక్కర్లేదు, జస్ట్ సింప్లీ డిస్ట్రాయ్ ద ఎడ్యుకేషన్, దట్ విల్ స్పాయిల్ ద హోల్ కంట్రీ. ఇవాళ తను చెప్పిన 100% కరెక్ట్. 100% మన ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టమ్ మొత్తం స్పాయిల్ అయిపోతుంది. అది పేరెంట్స్ పాత్ర కావచ్చు, లెక్చరర్స్ పాత్ర కావచ్చు. తను చెప్పింది కరెక్టే. 8,000 రూపీస్ 9,000 రూపీస్ ఒక ప్రొఫెసర్ పనిచేస్తున్నాడు అంటే లైక్ ఎంత కష్టంగా ఉంటుంది. ఇప్పుడు నేను కూడా ఒక 10 సంవత్సరాలు లెక్చరర్ గా పనిచేసి వచ్చాను. ఐ నో ద పెయిన్ బిహైండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్. కానీ ఏంటంటే ఇవన్నీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సాల్వ్ చేయాలి అంటే ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఈజ్ పేరెంట్స్ యొక్క మార్పు రావాలి, స్టూడెంట్స్ లో కొంచెం మార్పు రావాలి. ఇవి రెండు రావాలి. బై ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే దే వాంట్ టు గెట్ ఏ జాబ్. సో ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, మనకి ఇప్పుడు ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ అర్ధరాత్రి 12:30 1 o'clock ఉంటుంది. 1 o'clock కూడా ఒక సీనియర్ మోస్ట్ ప్రొఫెసర్ లైక్ మన షోలో జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారంటే హ్యాట్స్ ఆఫ్ హిజ్ కమిట్మెంట్. నేను అందుకనే ఆయన రిక్వెస్ట్ చేశాను. ఎందుకంటే కమిట్మెంట్. తను మంచి మంచి పేపర్స్ లో ఆర్టికల్స్ రాశారు. యూ వోంట్ బిలీవ్ దట్ హౌ స్ట్రాంగ్ దోస్ ఆర్టికల్స్ ఆర్. సో ఇవాళ తను చెప్పిన పాయింట్స్ అన్ని యాక్చువల్ ఫ్యాక్ట్. అంత నిజంగా చెప్పడం అనేటువంటిది చాలా కష్టం, చాలా కష్టం. కానీ అవన్నీ నిజాలు అనమాట. ఐ రియలీ అప్రిషియేట్ ప్రొఫెసర్ రెడ్డి అండ్ డెఫినెట్లీ లైక్ definitely we want to invite you for another one more time also, but you are concentrating more like engineering students. ఎందుకంటే 100% ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ లో ఆల్మోస్ట్ 30 to 40% పీపుల్ దేర్ టార్గెట్ ఈస్ కమ్ టు యుఎస్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళు ఉద్యోగం తెచ్చుకోవాలి అంటే అక్కడ స్కిల్స్ ఏం కావాలి. నేను 2011 లోనో ఎప్పుడో ఒక బిగ్ డేటా సెమినార్ కి తిరుపతిలో లెక్చర్స్ ఇచ్చాం. ఎప్పుడు 2010 లో, ఐ థింక్ ఇప్పుడు కాదు, తిరుపతి ఎస్వి యూనివర్సిటీలో. అంటే ఏంటి, మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ ఈ కోర్సెస్ కొన్ని ఇంపార్టెన్స్. ఆ కోర్సెస్ మీరు కొంచెం టచ్ చేయండి సార్. అంటే ఏ కోర్సెస్ ఇవ్వాలి బెటర్ గా ఉంటుందో ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కి Over to Professor Reddy.
Okay. Thank you once again. The main problem is that actually, according to everybody, uh, many drastic changes are happening in computer science. No doubt of it. From last decade, 1 decade, the field of computer science has been seen many rapid changes like big data, IoT, cloud computing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, etc., etc. But unfortunately, if we concentrate on these areas, the total engineering education, whether it is India or whether it is the US, it is becoming unbalanced. Today, there are only two courses in the view of parents, only medicine and engineering. They are not opting no other course. Nobody is going for law, nobody is going for some other courses like that. They are not interested. There are two basic drawbacks. One is the government is offering some fees reimbursement, like they're giving the fees reimbursement. So there is no financial burden on the parent. So every parent is interested to join him in the only engineering government. Of course, let us leave the medicine. We can have another session if you want. Let us come to the engineering. So almost 90% of today intermediate students are joining the MPC stream. 90% MPC students are joining engineering. So no other stream, no other courses. They are not joining any other course. Liberal arts has been totally spoiled in India. Nobody is joining liberal arts, nobody is joining commerce, and nobody is joining business administration. Very, 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 very low. This is one unbalance in the education system. And second unbalance is, until today, the core branches are very bright and very strong. But whenever these rapid changes in computer science came, everybody is running behind these computer science courses. They are not able to understand that a mechanical student also can learn machine learning, and electronic students also can learn IoT. These are not exclusive courses. These are all the courses, multidisciplinary courses. A machine learning, a statistics students can learn machine learning happily, and electronic students can learn IoT. So these are all the multidisciplinary courses. Whoever, a mechanical student or electrical student, everybody can learn these courses in addition to their core branch. But unfortunately, the lack of knowledge due to the parents and from the teachers, they are just simply saying, you join in the machine learning, you join in the artificial. Therefore, completely today, all the students are showing interest to the B.Tech AML. The special branches came today in B.Tech, B.Tech AML, B.Tech Data Science, B.Tech IoT. Just the education system in India is running behind the market, but not they are not running behind the knowledge. So even higher education system, I am blaming higher education organizations also. They are simply introducing the courses which are sellable in the market. They may exist for 5 years or 10 years. Later on, these courses may perish. But they are not seeing on the long run. On the long run, the core branches will survive, no doubt of it. A society needs a mechanical engineer, a society needs a civil engineer, a society needs an electrical engineer, no doubt of it. In addition to this, an additional knowledge, the current technology, they must know machine learning, they must know artificial intelligence, they must know cloud computing also. When coming to the USA, they are not disturbing the core branches or core knowledge. In addition to the core knowledge, they are adding these flavors and the applications are to be taught in the university. A student of mechanical also, he knows more about the machine learning, more about artificial. Whereas here totally they are changing the branches also. That's why the unbalance is happening in the engineering education. Of course, by time being, they may get the job, but in the long run, it goes on. Some branches may not exist. The technology again changes. Whenever the technology again changes automatically. Again, you must cope up with the new knowledge. This is one problem in the engineering education. What is happening? And another problem is simply most of the parents who are joining their wards in the engineering, they are simply concentrating on the placement. Whenever a parent comes to the college, they are asking, sir, how many number of placements you have? So they are simply seeing that the target of the students is in the placement, but not the knowledge. I will say to the parents, don't see the placement. They are getting 25,000 or 26,000 after passing the B.Tech. That is sufficient for a parent. So parent is thinking, so my ward is working in Infosys, he is getting 25,000. But he is not seeing the future. What about the future of the student? For example, if you take Infosys, Infosys is a big company which is spread across the many countries. Lakhs of students are working in Infosys. So among lakhs of students, he is one of the employees. He is getting 25,000 salary per month. So what about the future? After 4 years, after 5 years, what will happen? Again, so only just increment of 5,000, 10,000, 30,000. So they are not thinking about the future. If they go for higher education, and another problem is nobody is concentrating on the research. This is the main problem in India. Most of the students, 90% of the students are satisfying with the campus placements. Of course, some of the students may get better campus placements in Amazon, like per month 1 lakh or 2 lakh, no doubt. That is only just 1% of 2% only meritorious. They are getting the highly payable job. These students are not at all concentrating on research and higher education. Higher education totally collapsed. Higher education in India, especially in engineering, M.Tech has become an open degree. These colleges are not running at all M.Tech classes. They are simply awarding the M.Tech degrees even he did not come to the college. It is very, very sad. A master's degree in the technology award is given simply without any knowledge, without any teaching, or without any practical exposure. These people who are getting the M.Tech degrees are again joining as a faculty. So this is a cycle where totally the education system is slowly deteriorating, and now it came to the end so that all the institutions are closing. You don't believe to this year almost 200 institutions have been closed due to the lack of the students. The glamour of the engineering education was gone in India. So,
Yes. Venkat Garu, and yes, Srinivas Garu. It's definitely, we are ending the show now, but we did have a good chat on very important topics. Thank you so much, Srinivas Garu, for joining on to our show. It's indeed an honor for us to have you with us. Thank you, Mr. Venkat Garu, for again joining. We will definitely continue this session next week. Thank you to the viewers for tuning in. You're watching Sakshi TV with me, Shivani Raj.